Here, we're live. The Think of Artists podcast, episode 4, right now. This is episode 4. This time we're gonna do first time we're doing music instead of like traditional artists or in that kind of realm. So this is what it is. So the Think of Artists podcast is about the artists only, about their origins, any funny stories they gotta tell. I'll be asking them some questions and also look at their work. So we're actually gonna start because I do have my questions right here on my handy dandy phone. It'll be really funny if my phone dies while we're doing this podcast because then I'll be like, all right, I gotta come up with something in my top of my head. So I got this. Got to get these ready. Right here.
I'll just really quickly talk about how at the beginning of this podcast, I just completely drank water the wrong way and it just all poured out of my face. Like,
you guys will hear that in a clip when I post it up on YouTube. Guys, keep a lookout for that too. It'll be uploaded on YouTube. Timestamps will be on there and all that good stuff, right, guys? So I'll just post my link to my YouTube channel only. So that's like the whole point of it. And that didn't work. That didn't work. Can now work.
Dude, technology is the worst.
Technology is the worst, yeah, for sure.
I swear.
Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't.
That's one of the things people don't see, like behind the scenes of being a streamer, is like when everything fucks up and you're just really. Oh, is there no swearing on this?
No. You can do whatever you want because, like I said, this is about the artist. This podcast is about vibing with the artist. So you could do whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm not gonna censor you. I'm not gonna say don't do this, don't do that. This is about you. This is not about me. This is about you. It's about the artist. That's the whole point of the podcast.
Frickin' heck, dude. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the water will get you later on. Again,
like can't censor this, man. I'm out of control.
All right, we're gonna start with the first one, and I will be. My questions were like about art, but we're gonna change to music. So here we're gonna start with the first question and go from there. All right. How did you start making music, and why do you make music?
How did I start making music, and why do I make music? Good question. Back when I was a kid, I grew up in Washington, like in a small hometown. Everybody else was kind of like mildly creative, just sort of, kind of. And we used to get together, and I had all sorts of friends who did like traditional art and stuff, played guitar. Those assholes at the party like whip out the guitar and then do like a like a modern pop cover of like Snoop Dogg or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was kind of that was kind of my crowd. And then I got into a group of people who like all kind of just shittily rapped, just awful. It was from Bellingham, Washington, and it was just we were all really bad, but we got super high, and so we thought we were really good.
I mean, that's not, I think that's like mostly everybody, right? Like,
right, exactly.
That sounded so cool, and then you probably like have a recording, and you're like, oh, what is this? It's like, what am I back, you're like, oh. Well, continue.
There's always that one dude too in the cipher who just starts rapping about like sucking dick, and you're like, what the fuck, bro?
You know what? I actually noticed a lot, like couple freestyle where a dick always comes out at somehow, some way, somehow. In rapping, a dick is always added into a freestyle for some reason. It's just there, like
one way or another. Yeah, depending on the context, it's always there.
Yeah, depending on the context, it's just there. It's just like dick this, dick that, dick like okay, like all right.
What is it? Is always there. It's that one jingle.
Yeah,
Nationwide is on your side.
Yeah,
no, I'm trying to think of. I don't know. There's some kind of commercial where they say it is always there, right?
Yeah, I mean that's like what like some freestylers do. They get a jingle or they get a rhythm going. Like Snoop Dogg, he does like 1, 2, 3 to the 4 or something like that, and then that's when he raps. Right. He always says that every single freestyle. He says that, and that's how he gets them started. So that's why I think people need some freestylers need a jingle to start with, and then go from there. That's what I've noticed.
Totally. So yeah, that I mean that's the side of my rap career. I started doing future funk because I had a lot of friends that I used to like high with. You'll see that that's a reoccurring theme in my life. Uh, would play vaporwave and things like that. And there's one artist, Skylar Spence, who started like making future funk, and I was like, wow, this shit's crazy, man. And so I always wanted to make that, but I just never tried. And then I kind of started grinding towards it. I made really, really mediocre produced music, and then I kind of like I don't know. I kind of got in the groove, just started making as much stuff as possible, and eventually one landed, and now it's 50K away from a million plays, which is pretty crazy.
Hey man, congratulations on that, dude.
It's all luck, man. Somebody made a meme out of it of like a dancing cat, and
That's
it blew up.
that's the whole point. I honestly like it only takes one video and it could jumpstart a career in this new wave of social media or YouTube or whatever.
Totally.
It could show up and recommend it and stuff like that. So it kind of showcases like I think people should who want to get into content creating or even music just continue posting and or you know like do not don't stop pretty much because
Right.
then
Don't stop believing.
yeah, one of those 100 videos only takes one video to blow up and then go from there. Like, you know what I mean?
True.
So that's how it works now, in the algorithm or what I've noticed. Um, and do you have any like music that you most identify with?
Like a vine or like in general?
Like in general, like a style and like do you like always take inspiration from?
Yeah. So when it comes to rap, like old school hip hop, the kind of roots of hip hop. By the way, in the video, feel free to just put like dumb shit in the background of me. If you want, want to green screen it out, you can totally do that. Just whatever.
I will put a
Um.
penis.
Oh no, please don't. You get demonetized.
Bro, I'm just
um,
starting my YouTube career. I don't care about monetization. I don't care about the entertainment. I'm kidding.
Johnny Boy G blacklisted from YouTube.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I won't do that. I will not do that. I'll put a mustard. Like bring back old Jinpai in the
And that
background.
on yeah, yeah, we should
Like,
definitely talk about that. That was an interesting time.
yeah,
Um,
good.
but yeah, old school hip hop. For example, I'd say the ultimate example of this is old Kanye versus new Kanye, and that's such a big
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You know, I miss the old Kanye. He's not as good anymore. Uh, what I break it down to, and what I always say when I talk about this, is that old Kanye really drew inspiration from like poetry and slam poetry and telling like a story with the words and the impact of each word. And that's where things like Gold Digger came from. You can actually go back and watch his performance of that. It was originally a slam poem, and then people loved it, and he made it into a song, and that's why it's so great. And new Kanye just kind of does whatever the fuck he wants because he's super rich and he doesn't really have to care. He can just like make
True.
really weird experimental shit. Like, uh, for example, I mean, the Life of Pablo was kind of the ultimate show of that, or I guess Yeezus.
I think Jesus, yeah, Jesus or that album right there. I think that was where he's like, for me personally, that's when I felt like, all right, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm just gonna do what I want now, like
Yeah,
completely. Like
yeah,
for me, I get that, right? I get what you're saying because like you get look once you get to a point, you want to experiment with different new things, even if pro- hate or love it, it's trash or not, it's something that you want to try something new. Like every album, he's doing something crazier. He did that
yeah.
cheesy video with his wife or ex-wife now, like with the motorcycle. Like he's just doing anything he wants because he could, and people will
Right.
buy. People will buy. He's at that point now.
Yeah, I
And
respect that. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So go ahead, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying. Like, I totally agree with you. Like, it's kind of fucking out there. I respect that. You know, as its own art in him as his artist now currently. It's completely different, but it's interesting. It's
Yeah, that's like how they kind of stay relevant because it's out there. You know, it's like, huh? Or it's like it's memorable, and it's like it's not the same thing over and over. It's
Yeah,
like,
and I mean, like Wolves, Black Skinhead, I just listened to the other day. It was great. Like it's such a good song, and he was way ahead of his time. You know, I mean, you listen back now to like Yeezus when it came out, everybody's like, "Wow, this is garbage. It's terrible." And then now everybody is like the same shit. So
I didn't think about that. It's actually true.
it's so yeah,
I mean, like for me, I think the album was terrible. I don't like that type of music even to today. But that's actually true. Like when you see nowadays on YouTube and all that, the music that's popping up, that's the
yeah,
same music.
yeah. It's pretty close.
I didn't even think
Let me
about
take a
that.
look real quick on some of the tracks. Yeah, Bound to. Well, Bound to is more traditional. Uh, Hold My Liquor was pretty. I'd say some of the mumble rap ish stuff
All right.
kind of lean towards that. Yeah, definitely. It was it was the start of, I think that's probably about when, like a little bit after that, I think like the punk rap scene started in a sense, and I think him introducing like all these guitar elements and just like, you know, crazy fucking metal shit kind of inspired that in a sense maybe.
Right. Right. Like, do you kind of like have any themes for you that you pursue in your art and your music? Like maybe that's what like kind of like inspiration from Kanye. He's doing all this crazy
Mm.
stuff and he's doing something new. Do you get anything like that you want to do? Like do you and do weird stuff or like theme?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just fucking crazy. Like me and Kanye are both bipolar. That's something that we share in common,
Oh,
and that definitely comes with a lot of like grandiosity and like I want to do the next big thing. And
right.
we're also Geminis. You know, I'm not sure if you believe in the whole astrology thing. Definitely might
Uh,
be something interesting to talk about.
I don't know anything about
So
it. You
I'll
go
get back
explain
to
it
that
if you
later.
want to. Yeah, yeah. This is about you. So we go back to that later, and then you can probably explain to the people. Um, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
uh,
Go ahead.
he really craved to be. It came back. The water came back. Um, he really craved to be a visionary, which is something that I've experienced in the past. So like, I want
Right.
to
Right.
make a new wave of shit, and that's a big ambition. And he had the money and time and reputation to back it up. For
Oh,
me, I've taken
easy.
that and kind of looked at it. And I'm like, at this point in my life, I'm just kind of like, I just want to do shit that I enjoy. Like, I'm tired of like trying too hard to like make something new. To not something new, but like break a huge mold. I'm like, it's already hard enough for Asian artists to like do shit. So I'm just gonna fucking do what I do best and just do what I love, you know?
Would you say that sometimes, like as an artist, do you feel like sometimes you have to sell out in order to like market yourself and kind of like with the mean world of social media? Do you feel like sometimes you just have to do that and let go of your ego, in your personal opinion, or do you think the other side? Like, no, you don't have to.
Can not sell out,
Yeah.
but your growth is gonna be incredibly, incredibly stunted. Like if it is, you know. I mean, selling out's that's an interesting topic.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a big broad question, I know.
Yeah, I mean it depends on what you define selling out as, you know. I
Well,
think at the end of the day.
I will say, like, what I mean by that is like sometimes, like, do you feel like sometimes you got to do something that you don't like in order, but you do know it's gonna get views, it's gonna get
Mm,
listens, it's gonna get likes, it's because it's memey or it's because it's trendy, that type of way. That's what I
yeah.
mean by that. So like selling out is not really like the right definition because it's a broad kind of thing. So I mean like that. Like sometimes you feel like you have to do things that you don't fully like, and you feel like is that a way for you to grow as an artist
Mm.
and also in social media and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, fucking that totally happened with like rap. Um,
Mhm.
Totally happened with rap. Like after, because Davey 504, the musician, bassist, YouTuber guy, shouted me out a bunch, and a lot of people came over and they were just like, "Rap, do it, rap," and I'm like, "Bro, so
Mm.
yeah, that I mean that for me was like the ultimate example. It was like people would always come in and be like, "Dance, monkey, dance," and I'm like, "I don't want to rap right now. I just want to fucking chill." And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
totally. And I mean, if I had just kept rapping and just done that shit on like YouTube and on Twitch, then I would probably be way farther into my career. But what I've realized over time, I've been streaming for like 3 years and I've been up and down and fucking the mustard incident we'll talk about later. It's just like
All right.
I figured out that like fuck man, do I really want to blow up off of some shit that I like? It's not that I don't enjoy rapping, but it's like kind of I guess defining my morals and my values and what I really want to do at the end of the day with my career.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, I could have easily sold out there in that sense. Yeah, I could have just kept doing it, although I probably wouldn't have been as happy as I am now. Um, which it gets a little crazy sometimes. There's no such thing as fucking infinite happiness. But yeah, I mean, totally for large growth, I feel like you need to sell out. It's just like any company, like a brand does not do charity to be good. It's
Mm-hmm.
just not a thing that is possible. It's
Right.
like fucking Coca-Cola. They donate like $1 million to a charity. That's
Right.
not for charity's sake. It's to boost their own platform and probably tax purposes, et cetera, et cetera. Because it's a brand,
Im-
that's the whole goal
image.
is grow. Yeah.
Okay. 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 So I see what you mean. So you think it's like, do you do you feel if you did like 100% sell out, again, not sell out again, like doing things that you didn't fully want to do, like rapping all that all the time? Did you
Yeah.
feel like you couldn't do that and just push through it and maybe change it later on, since once you have like the people and all that? Because I have some people that kind of like have heard stories that were like they did things they didn't fully like for a long time to grow, but
Yeah.
once they got to that platform, they changed it. They slowly changed to who they wanted to be.
I probably could have done that, and sometimes I look back. Like when we were just talking about that, I look back and I was like,
Hmm.
maybe I could have taken that platform. Like, yeah. I mean, that's certainly a thing. Um, but then again, I that's a tough one because there's a lot of
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
places
yeah,
that could go. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
totally.
That's a totally tough one for sure. Um, we could go to the next question if you want.
Nah, it's cool. I think it's a really interesting question. But my brain is deteriorating slowly. Uh,
Vaping.
yeah.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Uh,
I'm kidding.
uh,
Go
uh,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Um, I totally could have done that. But for me personally, I was like, I really enjoy doing like IRL streaming. Like, I'd rather just do that and like lose people, and just do that
Mm,
instead.
right,
I
right,
don't
right.
know, because for me, it's easier to build up that audience doing what I
Mm,
want to do for the rest of my career, rather than trying to do rap and then when I do it, everybody's fucking pissed. That's my personal uh
mm.
theory on that.
Okay, okay. Um, so I'm gonna ask you some like some optional questions right now. So these
Mhm.
questions are like if you want to answer or not. What do you think is the state of, I guess, in your case, music on Twitch? Like, what do you think they could do better? And I mean, it's like since the whole DMCA apocalypse happened last year, and now that it now that DMCA is happening hard, it's coming down on streamers hard, like copy strikes and all that.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you think is the state on music now on Twitch, and what
Oh yeah,
could
they
they
just
do
they destroyed it.
better?
They fucking destroyed it with the DMCA thing. It's just like, come on, man. I don't know. Like, I've heard of friends getting copyright strikes for singing their own songs, even like originals or doing covers. It's like, fuck, man. What? They added a music category to the top of Twitch.
There's no art
They
category.
fucking
I'm mad about that.
yeah, they should have that, man. I don't know. Art makes more sense than music in a sense, but
I mean, at this point right now because DMCA. But again, just my opinion. But yeah, go ahead.
they really screwed up. They really screwed up pretty badly. And they can easily implement a thing like YouTube has, where it's just like automatically mutes the VOD afterwards, because YouTube is really efficient at that. And I think that it leaves a very big gap where YouTube can just step in and be like, yoink, like our platform now. Because like right now, streaming on YouTube sucks because the discovery is pretty much non-existent. It's the best for people who already have an established audience, because if you want to find art on there, you're gonna have to be really lucky, or you're gonna have to search exactly what you're looking for and then scroll down until you find that person, rather than like the category format on Twitch. If YouTube added the category format, which would be in deep doo doo.
Mhm. Like with with YouTube, I think like personally with YouTube, I think it's easier to be discoverable more if you do more videos, but not live streaming.
Mm,
I think live streaming is a bit different because that's like they're
yeah.
not known for that. And with Twitch, with music right now, it's just even if the VOD is muted. Have you heard about this? This about they want to copyright people for live streaming, especially RL. They hear a
Mm,
song coming in the car and they can't do anything about that, but they want to copyright that and then probably get the
yep.
streamer in trouble. Have you heard of that?
Yeah. Yeah. It hasn't happened to me yet, but I know that Jake and Bake, one of the biggest IRL streamers, said that it's almost impossible for him to do IRL streams because he goes into a restaurant and hears music, or he goes out and hears music, and fucking he's just concerned that he'll get banned over that. It's ridiculous. Just mute the fucking Twitch. Just mute shit, dude. Come on.
Yeah, maybe they should do like maybe somebody's developing a bot where like it automatically mutes this live stream when music's popping or something. Yeah, the experience
Oh,
the experience maybe hurt it a little bit, but at least your favorite streamer will be protected. Like you know what I mean. So maybe somebody's developing that. I don't know. People.
that's kind of smart. That's actually, yeah, that's actually a really good idea, dude. Hold on. I'm gonna shoot a message. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, I want to ask you this question right here, which I believe there are music in NFTs. Do you know about NFTs?
Oh god, NFTs. Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually been asking all these, everybody I've been interviewing their opinion about NFTs. We got one that's for it. We got one that's in the middle. We got one that doesn't really know about it, and we got one that is like kind of like saying yes, but she understands there's the negatives about it. So, what is your
Yeah.
opinion about NFTs?
So last time I heard about NFTs was that somebody bought the Charlie Bit My Finger NFT, and they were gonna take it down on YouTube because of that. If that's the truth, fuck no, dude. That's awful. It's just hell no. It's gonna ruin the internet. That's like, come on. I think it's an interesting way for artists to make money off of shit they do. I think I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I think
Think,
for artists like you, it'd be beneficial, right?
well, think of it this way: they could sell the whatever the item is, or whether it's like the digital drawing or
Yeah.
design or even a beat. They're even selling
Yeah.
music beats. Think of it as a coin that you own, and it belongs to you. Even though somebody
Yeah.
could just take copy it, right? Copy paste it kind of thing. You
Right.
still have you don't have the rights to it. You own the coin to it. So that thing, like say this water bottle right here, there's a million water bottles out there, right?
Yeah.
But this water bottle right here, because somebody bought it and is that has like a barcode now, it's worth like $1 million. That's how it works. It's like a collectible. A
I'm gonna
digital
just get
X.
my own water, bro.
No,
Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. It's like a digital X. It's a collectible. And uh, like have you heard about the uh, the Peppo, the frog?
wait, what about it? Uh
No, no, there's like a Homer one that's worth $1 million. It's like a made up card, and it's
oh.
worth that
Wait.
much money. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's like it's just a feels good, man. Yeah, it's just somebody made it. There's like uh a whole world of that, and that card alone is worth $1 million, something like that.
This is
And
ridiculous.
It's just like that. NFTs are just like that. It's like a collectible. It's like something could just be worth money out of nowhere. That asset, like you have like a address and stuff like that, so you have some type of ownership, but not really. It's really weird. So it's like high end art. People will. Have you heard about this one artist that made a statue that is not there? He makes it like a deep thing. It's air empty. It's a 5 by 5. He made a taped square at 5 by 5,
Yeah.
and the statue is not there. It's like, oh, you can't see it. It's like he says something like deep, like air atoms and stuff. And he's like a high end artist, and whoever buy it has a certificate of authenticity. And I won't be surprised if
See,
it sells. It's gonna sell. Uh,
bullshit, bro. That is a rich person being like, I'm bored. If I just did some shit like, I don't know, made like a fucking fake statue and these dumbasses will buy it, then everybody's like, wow, that's so brilliant. He was definitely, whoever made that is definitely just fucking around. Like, it's the same thing with
oh
like the
no,
airphone. Like,
well
he's just
there are.
fucking around. Like,
I would say either he is or he really has a really big ego that he says
yeah.
anything he makes, anything he creates is the best. It's very I don't know. It's worth it or something. I don't know.
Or
But
maybe
anyways,
even both. Yeah. Maybe he
yeah,
has the ego and he's like, if I can sell this, blah blah blah, because maybe this would prove that I'm worth that, and he was also just kind of fucking around in the middle. Yeah, yeah, totally. I think that could be either any of those.
yeah. Art in general is very weird. Because yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I found it. An artist sells an invisible sculpture for over $18,000.
Come on, man. Shit,
That's
that I mean that's legal robbery. It's just like fucking Mayweather said. He's like, this
yeah,
match is gonna be legal robbery. It's legal robbery. It's
it
like, yo,
literally
dude, here
is,
you
right?
go.
But that's kind of like what
Yeah.
like that's cool if you think about it. That's kind of what like NFTs are, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the certificate is where it gives it the value of it. Like I guess in this case the image NFTs or even the music beat,
Yeah.
and then from there like that right there. Even though anybody could copy it, you have like a certificate or something like that that says that you own it. This item is worth more because you have that barcode or whatever, or whatever it
So what
is.
I heard an explanation of it, an explanation of NFTs. It's like, so you got the Mona Lisa, right? What if you paid $100,000 to own an NFT of the Mona Lisa, and you got sent a certificate with a picture of it, and then you actually go to the museum and you're like, "Hey, I'm here to pick up the painting," and they're like, "No, you just get to keep the paper." I heard that
Yeah,
that's what it's like. Yeah,
yeah, that's exactly what it is. You don't own you don't own the copyright to it.
right.
You don't own it unless somebody
So
says,
weird.
unless they write it, hey, you own the copyright to this, right? Like there is an artist who bought a Eminem beat, made a song out of it, and he put produced by Eminem, and it was an NFT. So it's like I guess he does own it or something. I don't fully. I think it's like if they say it, you own it, you own it. If they don't say you own it, you don't own it. I
Right.
guess. But either way,
Music
it could
copyright
sell.
is so much more complex than like everything. Like music. Went to school for music business and I took a couple copyright classes and it's the most convoluted bullshit ever. It's so confusing.
Why is
It's like,
that? Let the people know. As a music, tell us why.
oh,
Tell us why.
Johnny, do you know how much artists get paid for every stream on Spotify?
No, that's why I have you here. This is the whole point of Think of
Ooh,
Artists. Tell us.
ooh,
Tell us about your
take a guess.
world.
Take a guess
Uh,
per
a,
stream on Spotify.
a cent and click.
Less,
0.5 of a cent.
less, less.
I'm gonna say 0.10 then.
0.006.
0.006. Three zeros.
Not even a penny. Not even a penny.
Dude, there's some crypto worth more than that.
Exactly. Exactly. It's
Even
ridiculous. It's so stupid, man.
Doge is worth more than that.
Yeah, and it's been like that since like music copyright first started, like hundreds of years ago, I think. And it's like, hey, I'm fucking broke, dude. Give me my money
So is that per click or per listen?
per
Like,
listen.
do you have to listen to a song a certain length to it? Like say 10
Yeah,
seconds,
Exactly.
seconds.
Yeah.
Like, so you have to listen to that, and then you have to like re-click it to make more money in a way.
Yep. Yep. It's really fucked up.
Okay, hold on. I want to do the math real quick. I'm gonna put a
Yeah.
million right now. So let's
Ooh,
say
hold up. There's actually a good little graph of this, but yeah, million.
so you said 3 zeros, right?
006. Yeah.
Okay, so if you have a million clicks, you make $600
Yeah.
technically. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man.
And is that per account, or is that just anybody re-clicking it, re-clicking it, re-clicking it?
I think if it's somebody listening over and over, it counts technically. Here's a little visual right there.
All right,
This is a really good graph that shows how much, because
all right. Gonna switch to this,
each
guys.
blah 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 each Jesus Christ, what am I trying to say? Each streaming platform is a different pricing rate, and what's funny is Napster, like the original like pirating music software, pays the
Uh,
best out of all of them.
all right.
It's really weird. um but yeah, how many streams it takes to earn $1?
Oh,
Napster's 53, Tidal's 80, Apple Music 136, and then at the bottom Spotify is like 229.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, you're in less. Zero zero. No, it's actually more. 2 zeros. Just right
Scroll
there.
scroll up. There's the little interesting picture. You have so many tabs open.
I know I do. Don't judge. No, but it's right here. It's like a list right here that I'm on right now. Full stream ahead right
Right.
here. The streaming service. Average payout per stream. So it's actually is 004. It's actually a little bit more than that. So
Yeah. Oh, I'm JinpaiSenpai, by the way. I think that's all.
oh damn, I forgot to update that. Thank you for
No,
telling
you're
me.
good. You're good,
This is
bro. You're good.
scuffed.
It's the best, man.
No, it's
It's
because
not
it
good unless
didn't.
it's scuffed.
It's because it didn't update. It's the second time it's not done. It's done that. It doesn't want to update. Okay,
Scuff has
okay.
charm, man. Scuff has
So
charm. You know.
if it has a million likes right now,
Yeah.
so if you get a million players, you make 4,000. That's still not a
Yeah.
lot. It's still not a lot
It's still not
for a
a lot.
million.
Yeah.
And how much do you think Spotify is making? You know,
Oh, so much. Yeah. Yeah. They make it's worse than Twitch. Worse than Twitch subs. Yeah. Yeah.
man. You know what? I think the problem was also is like I think it's the artist's fault that let this happen. I think because I think wasn't it before like a long time ago the labels work for the artists.
Hmm.
Like they work for the artist. They take orders for the
Yep.
artist. It wasn't the other
Yep.
way around, right?
Yeah, now it's like they own your shit, and basically the way the record deal happens is it's just a glorified loan. It's like, so we're gonna give you $1 million to spend now, but we're taking a percentage out of every stream, or we're taking every stream, and you get this or that. It's this fucking scam. Such a ripoff, man. That's why a lot of artists like Chance the Rapper are going independent. You know.
Right. So you have like more control. You don't have to deal with the other stuff and the companies and
Exactly. Yeah.
them trying to rip
Yeah.
you off and
The worst thing in music is a 360 deal. So if there's any musicians out here, never get a 360 deal. That's where the manager or the record label takes a little bit of money or a lot of money out of every single thing you do, which means merch, touring, music streams, selling copies. It's the worst. It's fucking awful, man. It's robbery. It's not as common of a thing anymore because people know that that's total ripoff, but there's definitely a lot of big artists signed to 360 deals.
damn. The 360 deal. Do you know how long they have to have that type of deal? Like the major,
It
like
might be forever. I mean,
forever? I thought it was like a year,
until
like
as long as the artist
5 years.
is signed. Yeah.
Wow.
It all kind of depends. Yeah, sometimes I mean, there's a lot of cases where when somebody takes a record deal and they don't know what they're signing, uh so I believe there's like what is it? Mechanical and digital rights. It's not digital, but it's something like that. So mechanical is the sale of actual CDs, actual hard product. oh, the other one is just streaming. There's oftentimes the cases where uh, the labels will sneakily or not so sneakily take all money from hard sales, which is where the money is at forever. I know some people, some friends who are like big musicians that have that deal where they get zero money from actual copies sold, and then they just get the small percent of streaming, and they might even take a percentage out of that too. It's just, it's really messed up, like really messed up.
So do they get the artists because they give them a lot of money upfront? Is that what it is?
Mhm.
They give them,
Yeah,
oh,
it's like here's a
here
million or here's a couple million, and it's like they're in the end game they're making
more money,
way more than a
more than
million.
that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
what I think that's what happened with Logic, didn't it?
Maybe, yeah. I'm actually
Because
not too familiar on like his contracts and stuff, but probably.
like his contract was like you got to make at least 6 albums or so, something like that. I forgot how many albums, but he was like one away before he could get out of his contract, and he say he
Uh,
still hasn't gotten paid. He got paid up front, but he hasn't really got paid on other things. They just kept that pretty
yeah,
much. So it's
exactly. Yeah.
and he didn't want to put up with that. He just made one album and I'm done. Even though he was one album away from getting out of the contract, I guess he's not willing to do that or something right now. So,
See, Death Grips, fucking, I'm pretty sure it was Death Grips when they
mhm.
got signed to like a 3 album like contract. They made 2 albums and then like fuck this, and so the last one is like just a picture of the main singer's ass cheeks and like or maybe even dick and balls and and they just made it like absolutely terrible just to be like fuck you.
Like on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. To like
And that,
to be like screw you, here's your third album, bitch, you know.
is that legal for them to do? Like, is that like what if the company says we don't want that, we don't approve it? Can they
Well,
still do it?
they already signed the deal, so I mean it all kind of depends on the contract and everything like that, you know, because if there's no clause in that, then I'd assume so. Yeah, I don't know exactly, but if they make 3 fucking albums, I think it counts as the 3 that they require or something. Um, by the way, the CEO of Spotify is worth 4.1 billion.
Well, of course they make the most money. So it works, right?
Yeah, and that's just the CEO. If he's able to get that rich off of other fucking musicians and the pay cuts, come on. I mean, they must be taking billions away from artists every year. Totally.
Yeah, I think there's got to be a point where like artists need to just stand up for themselves fully, like in any kind of art, even in like not just music, but like they just got to stand up for themselves fully now, and not
See, you can't though. You know, that's
yeah,
the issue. Is the system is built on like I mean that's one reason why communism doesn't work. You know, it's because like Spotify, if you want to get noticed, if you want to be heard, you got to be on Spotify. Like nobody fucking goes to like Deezer. You know, there's a couple people, but it's like for the
Napster,
most part, if you
yeah,
want
yeah,
your shit to be listened to, you got to go on Spotify.
right,
You know, and it's like there's no other alternative to that. So either you're gonna not grow at all and not be listened to, or you get 0.006 per stream, basically.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yeah. That is
Yeah.
tough. That is tough. That is very tough for sure.
The music
Uh,
industry's fucked, man.
yeah, I think it is for like a lot, like for every content creator and artist. I think when the DMC straight strike, I think what the content creators and artists messed up on is they gave in. If they, a
Yeah.
lot of all of them came together, of a lot of streamers came together right from the beginning,
Hmm.
companies knew they're gonna lose a lot more money than what they're trying to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Like if all
Totally.
this,
If all the big partners went on strike,
yeah,
Twitch would be like, all right.
yeah, Twitch would have like, all right, we'll put in the money. The guy
Yeah.
that is on the Amazon, we're like, all right, take 1 billion, it's fine. I have more than that. So like, you
Yeah.
know, so it's
They could
like
buy a blanket license. Like they could buy a
easy.
blanket license, which is covers like a massive catalog of music. Like you buy a blanket license from UMG, Universal Music Group. All that music is fine to use because of the blanket license. Amazon could totally do that. Or what I think they could have done too, which I think would have made sense at the height of this, at the massive DMCA crash, I guess, is like, I don't know, just offer to be like, hey, we'll take a little bit extra out of your subs in exchange for the blanket license. I would totally do that. Like, I'd be okay with giving an extra dollar over just to not have to worry about being banned or having to talk over DMCA or like having to run away from music.
Oh, okay. Like an option kind of thing. Like, do you want to do this? All right, we got to take this. But
Totally.
even in that case, because that wouldn't have been fair at all. Because what Twitch takes what 50%, right?
Yeah.
Subscriptions. Amazon's
Yep.
giving 100% now. No, Facebook is getting 100% now. Like
Huh?
streamers, yeah. So it's like even streamers, partner streamers get more than 50% now, right? Like especially when they negotiate their contracts. So
Mhm.
like now they want to take more money off of them. Like nah, I don't think that's gonna work. I think they could easily just do it themselves, and they can be connected to. Don't they have Amazon Music? They couldn't like somehow connect it to
Yeah.
Twitch since they're owned by the
Yeah.
same company. It couldn't just like connect it somehow, and like they could
They
earn
could have.
they could earn every they could earn like money every play they listen to as well, but it goes to them, not the streamer. The same thing how like people
So,
earn the clicks and all that, and then they earn like revenue for that,
yeah.
and that'd be fair because we don't have to pay for a license, and they keep the revenue for the clicks or like the
Totally.
listens, and boom,
Totally. Yeah.
they'll make their money to take care of.
See, the thing is, this is where the YouTube thing I was talking about comes in, like when they add categories. Because YouTube even has a better cut than Twitch. It's like it's
Right,
70 or 60. It's something like that. It's a way higher split. And
right,
what I'm excited for is for when YouTube steps their game up and they become a big streaming platform and Twitch gets nervous and they have to match whatever YouTube's bringing. And then it will be a fight on who can give the best deal to the streamer, which means for us, cha-ching,
right.
and go, go, go.
It's just discoverability. That's the problem. That's the
Yeah.
biggest problem. That's why like when I was like today, I'm like been doing this for some time. I need to move on a little bit on streaming. Like it's not that I don't like
Mhm.
streaming. It's just the growth on stream is it sucks, especially
Yeah.
for music and artists. It's like it just sucks, and that's not
Totally.
because it could get. So it's like we have to grow other places. We have to do other things and maybe stream here and there, like not the majority, and hopefully grow. And because
Yeah.
Twitch just sucks at discoverability. Um, and
But
oh,
that's why I'm hoping YouTube pops off because then either we'll have less people on here or we'll have a different platform. Like I'm probably gonna stay on Twitch no matter what. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
same
gonna
here.
reap the rewards of everybody else leaving because it means more money for me and more people stopping by because it's not so oversaturated.
Right.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting when it happens, which it inevitably is. Like you've seen YouTube. Have you seen the clips feature that they added?
Yeah, yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, the new thing they added, the timestamps and all that, and it's been there for some time. But like,
Let
yeah,
me
the
tell you,
big,
it's sus.
huh?
It's
Why?
sus.
Why? Why is that?
They're getting ready, man. Like they
Oh,
recruited Dr. D. I'm surprised they didn't do it earlier, but like
well, the only
they're
reason
getting
we couldn't
ready.
hear because Twitch banned him. We still don't know the reason. Twitch, tell us.
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah, right. I
don't
think
know
it
the
might
reason.
have been a stunt for him to leave to YouTube. I think he might have broken contract and been like, we're gonna make a big deal, big mysterious deal off of this just to
Pers-
bring traction to YouTube.
Personally, I don't think he didn't do anything. I think it was just money. Where like, because
Mm,
When Mixer shut down, they needed more money. So they were like, "We're not gonna pay Dog. We're gonna get the other partners and get them more
mhm,
money." I think that's
mhm.
what happened, and that's why they banned him. And so now Dog was like, "What the? So you guys pushed me under the bus. They could pay these other partner streamers because they're coming back from Mixer
Yeah.
because Mixer was gone. So they're like, I think that's what happened. I think because he literally just signed a contract with Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's literally what happened. They're like, "Oh, we offered him way too much. We can't pay him no more.
Yeah.
So let's
Totally.
ban him." Reach the contract, I guess. It'll be cheaper that way, and let's get more money for the other streamers. Because in the long run, more streamers will make more money than him, like together. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But yeah. Do you do any commissions with your music? Like
I
any like
have worked
beats, stuff like
for
that? To do
yeah,
so
I've worked for an indie video game company. I'm still under NDA because they haven't released the game,
for
but
sure, for sure.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. How was that experience? If you could talk about it, like the experience of it.
Stressful.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Stressful. Yeah, so basically what they did is they were like, "Hey, we will pay you blank much for a song that will go in this video game." Then it's my job to make as many songs as possible that sound good, narrow them down to this, and send them off, hoping that they like it and hoping that I'll get paid because they like it. You know.
right, right, right.
So yeah, it was really fucking tough, man. Because like I sent it off and I'm like, please like it. I sent 3 songs and I'm like, please like it. And they're like, well, you should keep working. And I'm like, fuck.
That's how. I mean, that's kind of how it works, right?
Yeah,
And
totally,
I mean,
totally. And
in music, in producing, right? You got to make a couple beats and see what. Do you do like full on the beats, or you do snippets, like just a
um
little bit of it, or do you try to make the full one?
for this and in general, the full one.
Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
mean,
okay.
but I ended up publishing the songs on my regular channel because like,
Why not?
you
You
know,
know,
why not, right? Like I already made them, fucking whatever.
make content for it. So it's like, I get that. I get that. Ghost,
Exactly.
the ghosts.
A ghost. I'm just hoping my door isn't open, so I'm just not yelling at everybody in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay, okay. um, so you do you can you say the company name or that's still NDA?
Nah,
Okay, okay,
unfortunately, that's NDA. I can't even say a game that they made or anything like that. But it's a pretty
okay.
big one.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe you could check the company out and then keep a lookout, but you can't say the company. Then keep a
No,
lookout,
not
guys,
yet.
on his channel, guys, on his channel. But yeah, that's actually really cool. You, like sort of getting more like into industry, I guess in the gaming industry a little bit, right? And then also continue with your music. Is that what you want to continue pursuing and grow? Not maybe just not just for music, but like with the video games. Do you kind of want to go on the producer route, or you also want to be both, like doing hip hop music and then producing?
Honestly, just whatever will let me live comfortably. At this point, I'm like, I just want like 60K a year at least, something like that, and fucking, I'll do whatever, man. I'll make songs for you. I'll make songs for myself. I'll fucking do photography. I'll do commission for them. I don't care. I just want to like have money in my bank account, you know?
The more, so it's like it's the sense of like the more mediums you know, the easier job's gonna get that you could get because there's so many different things you could do and earn revenue, not just one thing.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, it
that's
gets
like,
overwhelming sometimes, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But at least it's like it's easier for like, oh, there's no jobs here. Okay, there's jobs here. Oh, there's no jobs here.
right.
Okay, okay. So I mean, I think that's a really good route, especially when you're trying to grow and you know you have like growing your portfolio and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Have you have any weird experience while doing music? Like any weird stories happening to you? Freestyles? What are you doing? RLs? Any funny stories or anything like that?
Uh Somebody said the word once when I was rapping. They came up and said the word in like a rap, and I'm like, okay.
Okay,
Um,
dude. Okay, dude. Like, okay, dude.
for the most part, like it's been pretty chill. You know, my music stuff is pretty chill. I don't really had too many issues there, honestly.
I mean, I remember one clip that went viral when the guy you're rapping and the guy just came out of nowhere and started freestyling with you, and that kind of went viral, right? I think it's pinned on your Twitter.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hold on, we're gonna play it real quick. 'Cause I have it right here.
Oh God, I'm
Let's
glad
do
I can't
this.
hear it, man. I hate hearing this shit.
Oh, you don't want to hear it? I won't play if you don't want
No,
me
no,
to.
you can play it. I can't hear it. You're good.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm gonna full screen it.
And I like to believe cause I keep it in the defense. On my brain right, you know we sipping through the deep end. Swimming like I'm floating and I'm levitating, yeah. Y'all can't really fuck around with this fucking swag. Got the bag, New Orleans in this motherfucking bitch thing. With the golden ring, yeah, we really with the shit thing.
New Orleans like a saint, she say I is, but she ain't. I'm really about it and I'm flying in planes. Young nigga, I ain't gotta explain. I really do what I is, I really do what I does. And I ain't got me no kids, it's for real. New Orleans like a saint, tell her baby who that. Coming through the back of the party and you know who strapped. We do this, we really do this. I'm true to this. Young nigga and let me hit the blunt so I can move it harder, faster, stronger. That's how I get down. Young baby say she loving my style and she digging my smile. The young nigga finna palace shit down, and I'm really finna get me around. You know that I get around like Pac did back in the 90s. Don't like a pussy nigga and fight me. Trying to.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Back when I was a kid,
Hey.
like 2 years ago, man.
2 years? That's crazy, dude. Was that one of your first videos that kind of went viral?
I had an Area 51 stream that went pretty fucking crazy. I had like
I
11,000
remember
views.
that. You had like a bunch of views out of nowhere because you're like
Yeah.
one of the few that are doing the Air 51 thing, and you're just looking at other videos of the Air 51.
Yeah, it was literally that's it. It was crazy. It was the easiest fucking.
That was so random too. Yeah, because so it went. The one problem that I have with this clip is not the rapping, it's what you wrote. Is it sucks that it happened to you. That it was on front page of Reddit, but you didn't get no credit. No, they didn't name you, nothing like that. And I hate that when they do that. It's all
Yep.
like I believe in like it's all good. You want to steal my content for reaction or to put up somewhere else because it happens. Hey, more eyeballs to my
Yeah.
stuff, the better. All good, but put my name on there. You know, put my link on there. Like at the end of the day, right? Like because I truly believe in is like. I believe in if you want to steal my content, it's all good at the end of the day because it'll get more eyeballs to my content. But put my link and name on there. The least you can do. Because I get you want to get attention to, you want to get your content, you want to do reactions stuff. I get that. But put my name on there. Make sure people know who I am. Like help me out, I'm helping you out. You know, that type of way, you know? And so I that's the one thing like that when I read that I was like, oh, that's just trash. You know what I mean? That's just trash. They didn't credit you at all. Oh, but did you get the tattoo yet, or it says right here first tattoo?
Me?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I did. It's here.
Oh,
I got it years later. Yeah. It says Powerade on it in Korean.
Oh, real? Why?
Like the drink. It's like, you know, people like Americans are always getting like Japanese stuff tattooed and it like says like water. I was just like, it'd be funny if like people asked and I'm like, yeah, it says Powerade. I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I don't know. My sense of humor is really dumb. So for me, I just think that's funny.
that reminds me of what's this guy name from Jackass? Steve-O, who gets stupid tattoos to make people laugh. That's exactly what he did? Like he just gets dumb tattoos to make people laugh.
He got a tattoo of himself, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just make people just to make people laugh. That's like his whole, I guess, tattoo gimmick. I guess.
Right.
So do you have any like music that you want to like share? Like because I have one right now, but do you want any like you want to break down of like your thought process creating that song? Because I have writer's block on one of my tabs.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, with my rap stuff, it's just all about like talking from just finding personal experience or experiences in my life and turning those into a thing. You know, obviously writer's block was just about me like spending like hours and years trying to figure out what the fuck to write about and how to make an actual good song. Some of the lyrics in that, yeah, I might as well break that down because the other stuff is just like grind. Like my music production stuff is just over and over, just doing the same shit until it sounds good, basically.
All right, well,
writer's block.
We'll listen to it then. It's only 2 minutes, and then after that we'll break it down. How about that? So let's do a full screen here.
Meanwhile, mind if I get some water?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
There it is. All right, listen to this, and while he takes a break.
Yeah. Check. R.I.P. Mac.
Yeah, I'm stuck with this writer's block. They tell me keep writing, run forwards, never look back and never stop. I don't know how the greats do it. So many people craving great music, anticipating and waiting to tell them not to fall into the pit of irrelevance. But how do they keep motivated when the record deal is all spent? Reckless, determined, looking for the next element. Keep the furnace burning with the fires lit. Empty bars of cages closed with no elephants. Syncopated phantoms craving new anthems. Drain my soul, then I speak the final sentence of repentance. It goes. Rider's block. Rider's block. Yeah, I'm stuck with the rider's block. On my mind, the time ticks while I watch the clock. I keep expecting it to stop, but it goes on forever and ever and ever, no matter the weather. These gray skies seem to never get any better. All my discarded letters fall to the floor. Wax seals broken, but they keep wanting more. And my soul washed ashore. My words are underscored, as they told me before. Riggedy rider's block. Rider's block. Riggedy rider's block. One day I'll make something greater, but I guess today I'll just sit back and wait. Spend so much time just scribbling on paper. One day I know my words will reverberate. Riggedy red, stuck with this writer's block. Writer's block. Riggedy red, stuck with writer's block.
Alright, well there you go. That's the full song right there. The Omega Low Jinpai in the middle. Alright, so we also got this link right here. So
Found crushed pineapple. Now I'm just eating it straight. It's pretty good.
alright, so let me switch quick. Boom. Song. Go. There you go. Hey, good shit, yeah, from Trip. Waffle
Yeah,
nice.
let me break down the lyrics real quick.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna like, yeah, just break it down, pretty much.
Yeah, so writer's block. Honestly, that came from my music production stuff that you're listening to now, because I had that one song that made it big. Got like a couple 100,000 plays, and I was like, fuck, how do I follow this shit up? Like,
Right.
what do I do? Like, how the fuck do I do this? And there's that impending fear of like, I'm gonna be a one-hit wonder, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of that actually challenged into my rap stuff, even though it could probably mostly be interpreted as like rap stuff or like written stuff. That definitely like trickled down into the song, you know, because as I put, I don't know how the grits do it. So many people craving great music. They tell them not to fall into the pit of irrelevance. So that kind of thing is like, you know, that feeling of like, shit, is the next stuff I'm gonna make just gonna flop completely, and people are like, I hate this, you know, because you know the follow-up and the stress of trying to make something as good as you did before the first time is just, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. I'm just listening to so this one was like I was kind of like a test for you. Be like, I need to take a step forward, step more forward, do better. I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. I want to challenge myself and do something different from my last song, kind of thing, right?
Right. Yeah. And that's where I ended up with the 1972 song that you're listening to, I think.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I was going to the. I went to your Spotify, the one that you linked me to.
Yeah.
So that's the one I have right here, the 1972. I'll play it right now.
I mean, you ain't gotta do that. It's kind of just like,
or just a little hint of it, you know.
all right, yeah, why not?
Just a little hint, not all of it. We're gonna listen a little bit.
Cool, sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell like the funk of it. The funk inspiration on this one.
Oh yeah, that's huge. I mean, this is a song that I have. I'm like a stock of like 6 or 7 songs in the background, and this is the one that sounds most like Daft Punk. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely Daft Punk.
it has a good vibe to it. That's why, you know.
Yeah.
Rihanna, thank you for the follow.
Yo, what's up, Ryan?
You just ruined the music, man. The beat, the alert. No, I'm just kidding, bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much, man.
That's
How
my
you doing?
boy.
Yeah, how you doing? So this is a different take on your music, right? This is just the beat side of it, right? This is on. You have no lyrics on it. Yeah, it's just you producing it. So tell me the breakdown of this, the 1972, and why is it called 1972?
Okay, that actually like ties into it, yeah. Into the origin story. For this guy, I just kind of I found samples. I just kept grinding until I could find something that like I genuinely liked. Um, I created like 6 or 7 songs because I'm like, I gotta make the next follow up to my fucking popular song. I gotta make something successful. I gotta make something that sounds good. That will propulse where my career goes, because that's kind of a big thing is like, I want my next few songs to show where my music is going to go, because there's all this expectation. It's kind of like how I did with streaming, is like, I need to define where I'm at. So it's just like me switching to IRL streaming. It's like, I need to show people what the future is going to look like rather than selling out, I guess. Yeah. So that's this one. I just made a fucking shit ton of songs, and I was searching for vocalists, and I had like people flake on me like over and over and over again. Like I've had 4 or 5 vocalists who just haven't, like, they're like, oh yeah, man, this totally sounds great, we're gonna work on this. And they're like, sorry, I'm busy right now. Sorry, dude, I totally forgot. Haha, sorry, I forgot. Ha, I'm so stressed.
It's not
And I'm
like
like,
taken serious. It's like one of those like hype guys. Like, yeah,
yeah,
bro, totally, I'm totally down. And
yeah,
and,
yeah,
and then when it
yeah,
comes down
exactly.
to it, put in the work, they're nowhere to be found. They just want to
What
like
I've
talk
learned is
about it.
they're not about their paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
about your paper.
yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. And then our oh,
Are
sorry,
you good? Are you
making
good?
put pineapple in this water. I don't know. It might be good. I'm trying it out. You never know.
You never
Um,
know. You never know. You never know.
yeah. And then um, using this fork as a talking stick. I was like, I just posted on Twitter. I'm like, yo, my vocalists keep flaking. I need somebody to work on a track with me. And then I got reached out to by this one guy named Fawn, and he's like, hey man, I do vocals. And I'm like, word up. And then it just kind of all went super quick. He's like, couple day turnaround. He's like, here's some vocals. And I'm like, what? These sound great, dude. And he sung about how it was 1972 in it. And I guess that's what he was feeling. I'm like, yeah, that's a good title, man. I'm gonna run with that shit, That's
Oh,
cool.
okay. So it just all came together.
Yeah. That one, yeah, exactly. It's all coming together. Um, yeah, it just all worked out, honestly, which is surprising, but it was kind of a spontaneous thing.
Would you all work with the artist again, the vocalist?
Totally.
I think that's a big good contact to have, right? And especially for the future and do more projects and stuff.
Yeah, he's charging for features now, which makes me nervous because I don't have any money.
Yeah, I mean, at one point you got to, right? We all gotta make a living, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he can't live off percent cuts,
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
but based on the trajectory this is going, hopefully you'll be able to see some money from it, and then maybe that will be like, I can give you a certain little bit amount of money, but we've already made some money off of this. I can show you that this is going to, work. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I just don't want to fuck anybody over. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I'm giving artists their fair cuts. Like, I'm giving my guitarist, pull this up right now. A lot of people don't give their people fair cuts. It's just like the credit thing,
Right.
it's they're like, oh, okay, you'll get 10%, and then you'll get 10%, and then I'm taking the fucking 80. For me, it's just like, I like, money is dope and shit, but I'd rather just show people that like they're important to me and they're important to this track. So it's only fair that you get a good percent cut, Um, so I gave my bassist and guitarist 20%. I gave the vocalist 30%. Then I'm just taking 50, which is
Right,
like
right,
in
right.
the big like any big artist would never do that. And this is not me like tooting my own horn or anything. It's just what I
Right,
think is
right.
fair. Like, they put so much effort into this too, and they're such a big part of it. It's like I think they deserve good money from it.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, everybody's put in the work. Everybody deserves a cut at some point.
Mhm.
Um, but also, I do feel like if every artist is trying to grow, I think like every artist should just not fully think about the money right now. Since you just want
Yeah,
to do the whole grow, put the work and all that. Especially
yeah,
in the beginning. In the beginning, I'm talking about the beginning. I'm not talking about later on. So
mhm,
like that. I'm just talking about the beginning. I think people should just like not even think about that. In my opinion, like the
right,
money should not even be a conversation at all. Until
definitely.
unless the video blows up somehow, then okay, I understand the conversation. Then like maybe have that. Okay, if it does that happen, we'll do this. If it happens,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
exactly,
I think
exactly.
that'd be like the safest thing to do instead of like or what's my cut? Because I feel like the people that ask money right away, especially when they're barely starting, barely getting into this, barely making anything, it's like that's not the way to go. You hear a lot of stories where people created free, charge $5 only, like or anything like that,
Mhm.
because they know that you need to put in the work first. The more you do it, the more your portfolio grows, the more you got later on, and
Exactly. Yeah.
that's how it works. So that's the one thing. Like, even in music, it's just gotta can't go too much right away. Like for money, you gotta put in. The whole point of it is the first thing that I guess the first thing it should be inspiration, and this is what you want to do. That should be like your main motivation.
Yeah.
Because if it's money, like at first you're gonna be miserable.
Yeah. Seriously. Seriously.
You're gonna be miserable. So it kind of reminds me of those people that flaked on you. The vocalists, they're like, I'm not getting. I'm pretty sure maybe back in their head, they're like, I'm not getting paid for this. Like, or I'm
Mhm.
not gonna pay a lot for this. And it's uh, what people need to think is like they need to be realistic.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
about that right now. It's not about monetizing. Like for me, when I'm doing this podcast, for me, it's not about monetizing these podcasts. It's about
Mhm.
me, putting more voices to other artists which who are growing, could use this content for their channels and do their own thing, and
Totally.
because I'm not gonna make any money off of this. Like unless I say, hey, I'll monetize it. Here's your 50% cut. Like I don't care
Yeah.
about the money. I care about the content right now. Like I care about my growth. I care about their growth. I care about that's the whole point.
Totally.
I could care about monetizing right now. And yeah, I get it. It
Yeah.
could be frustrating, but you know, it's. I think the other side is more. It'd be more satisfying than the other. At the end of the day.
Definitely. Definitely.
Um,
Yeah, man.
but yeah. So, did you ever caught anyone stealing your music? Like
A
in
couple of people re-uploaded it. A couple people re-uploaded my Twitch clips or my bass rap or something like that. But it's like
without giving credit?
most of them give credit.
Okay.
For outside, like I've had like big music channels like Yoink It. There was
Uh-huh.
one really big one, Cowbelly. I'm just gonna straight up call him out. I've already talked to him about this. Where I'm like, dude, you gotta put it up with credit. Like you can use it, but like, dude, you gotta put it up with credit. Some of the other ones, I'm just like kind of whatever. It's like I don't care. I'm not DMCA striking people. I don't care about the greed of the money and shit because that shit will drive you insane. I'd rather just share music other people can listen to and enjoy and not have to, just fucking sharing music, man.
Right, right. And at the end of the day, like I said, give the credit to the artist. Like you got to
Oh
give credit
yeah,
to the artist. If you want to use the content, help them grow too. Especially you're a big platform. You,
totally,
you're more welcome to use it. Just help me out then. Like help me out.
exactly,
That's the least you could do.
exactly.
That's the least.
You
Like
get content, I get fucking credits at least. Credits suck though. Like honestly, if you
yeah.
can get money out of it, it's better. But because
I think
I
with
mean, it's been
credits,
shown like even with like Davey 504, like he's really helped me out a ton, which is amazing.
right.
And I'm not gonna ask him for money, and I can't ask him for any more because he's already done so much for me. But the conversion rate from that, like the people who watch my videos now on YouTube, now that I'm not exactly catering to them, it's like not huge of a difference. It's still a lot more than before, but it's like that was a big fucking shout out. So, you know,
So I guess it just depends, right? It just really depends where it is, and that's why like maybe people in general need to start doing better at doing at giving credits out instead of just putting a link. Like be more vocal about it and put more forefront. Like the least it can do. It's just be more vocal about it. Put it more out there, more like or make a clip of just saying, "Hey, before you guys listen to this song, here's the original artist. Original links on the description." I don't know, just something more vocal instead of just like on a comment. Hey, this song is created about this and that. Go, that's like the
yeah,
But if that's the least it can do, at least that's something instead of nothing.
definitely.
Because
Definitely.
we live in a world where content's gonna be stolen no matter what.
Yeah,
we
seriously.
live in a world where content's gonna be stolen. It is what it is. Just credit the artists, credit the music
It
artists.
is what it is.
Yeah, like the least you could do is credit them and at least put some effort crediting them. Because like exposure, it only works when you actually put work into that exposure. Without just like doing something simple. And that's my opinion.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? You want
for
to
sure.
you want to give the guy exposure only? All right, you better put in work on that exposure. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
because
I get you.
because you think like, oh, just a quick shout out's gonna be like, that's it? No, they gotta like that other guy. He give you good exposure, right?
Yeah.
Right? It was like it was not just a simple shout out, or it was like multiple times.
Multiple times. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like multiple times, not just one time.
Totally. I mean, I still have people coming by from them, but it's like at the end of the day, building your own platform rather than just cloud chasing is usually the better way to go.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah.
Because I've seen plenty of people like who like chase after celebrities and are like, yo, put me on, bro. But it's like at the end of the day, it's not really gonna do that much. Like maybe you'll see a couple more people, but it's like, fuck.
It's like 1 in a million kind of thing.
Exactly. I mean, you can't get paid in fucking clout coin.
I mean, in today's age, you probably could.
True. The NFTs, yeah. Excuse me. Do you take exposure for payment? I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they're gonna make so many different coins because crypto is weird. We'll just leave it like that. Just crypto is weird.
Yeah.
I got into it before it blew up. Luckily, and then now I feel like it's a good and a bad thing because when things become trending, there's always a negative about it, negative taste to it. So 'cause look at what's going on right now. I mean, you guys know about the crypto market right now. The crypto market is down a lot, and Musk is not
Oh, yeah.
helping. Elon Musk is not helping.
Yeah, true that.
He is not
But
helping.
you down to do that bingo, man?
Yeah, we're gonna do it right now because we're actually gonna
Let's
finish
go.
this. We're gonna finish this one.
Yes,
That's
sir.
that's the next thing we're gonna learn about. So we are gonna do bad habits, bad artist habits, bingo, and see if you get bingo. We're gonna change
All
the
right.
music, of course, in this round. So I got it up right now. Opening my Photoshop real quick. Right there. Boom, boom. Zoom in. Zoom out a little bit because that doesn't work. It just goes way too much. There you go. All right. Bad artist habit bingo.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're gonna go from left to right. Just pretty much from there. But first we're gonna go with the free.
Oh boy.
We're gonna go with the free space. You procrastinate.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
He got the free space. Look at you. Win. I don't think you want to win in this
Oh my
one.
god.
All right.
This is not good.
You have stupid or unclear file names, whether it's your music, stuff like that.
Check that.
All right.
Has a million ideas, none get realized. Check
List?
that.
Okay. Forget
some odd style. Oh yeah.
music style, I guess you could say in your case. Does not experiment or step at a comfort zone.
No, that one doesn't get a check. I think
All
that's
right.
one of the ones on there.
All right. I feel that doing
I
studies.
experiment too much, man. Like,
I feel that doing studies will interfere with my unique art style. So, and guess in your case, I feel doing unique like new music styles will affect your own music style. I guess you could say.
kind of, but also I like to do them because I feel like everything eventually draws inspiration back into that.
Okay, so leave that
but I
blank.
definitely get distracted, so I'll leave that blank. Yeah.
All right, cool. Pays attention but doesn't finish enough stuff or advertises stuff effectively. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I've been saying like I don't think I'll ever date a Twitch streamer because there's only room for one attention whore.
All right. Keeps accidentally drawing on the wrong layer. So I guess in your case would be music when you're making a beat. You keep you keep mixing them up.
You overwrite the beat or
Okay. Okay,
you accidentally record the wrong vocals on the wrong track. Yeah, totally.
I guess on this case would be like, so this one says hide body parts that are uncomfortable with drawing. Do you hide anything in music and within a beat or lyrics that you don't feel comfortable saying or doing?
Yeah, myself, man, and also feeling like totally.
Avoid it, like avoid doing that because you probably do that.
There's a whole lot of cheese with rap that I really avoid doing, so it hinders a lot of what I put out there. I guess like Eminem stuff like that. It's just like I personally don't want to be a cheesy artist, so yeah, I definitely hide that.
Okay. Forgets to save regularly.
Oh, double check that. Yeah.
All right, we do an X on that one. Never finishes anything.
Yeah, double check that one too, man. That's just bad.
A big X. Oh, bingo!
That's fine. That's bingo already. Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get more bingo out of this.
Second row, man.
Doesn't utilize all available music tools, I guess in your case. Okay. So, all right. Lacks motivation often. Burns out.
Too sad to draw, dude. True. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, both of those. Yeah.
Are we gonna get another bingo? You only draw some specific angles. So let's see, how can we word this? You only make music. You only make a certain amount of music.
I would say leave that one blank. Actually,
okay. These organized music folders.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's all terrible. Yeah, I have to go through like 5 folders just to find what it is, and it's named wrong, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, so this one says avoid drawing backgrounds. Do you avoid anything in music that you don't want to do? Like you avoid it, like whether it's like certain type of beat, music, lyrics, something that you just like, I'm not gonna deal with it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like mixing and mastering stuff. It's like I put it so much on the back burner that it's totally.
Disregards personal health in favor of making music. Lacks of breaks. Carpal tunnel. I don't know how to say that. Go ahead.
I'd say so. In a certain sense, no, because I usually am just too lazy and I give up. Too sad to draw. Easy peasy. Lacks motivation.
So I guess we did that blank.
At the same time, I'd check that because I mean, there's certainly been times where I'm driving myself insane and I'm so stressed when I could just take a fucking break, man. All
right, there you go. Accidentally saves over the wrong version of file.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, can we get a triple bingo on the last row? We'll see.
Maybe.
Hates asking for or accepting help and advice.
No.
Okay, we'll leave that blank.
I believe that one blank. Yeah.
Lines too sketchy or sloppy. So you make
vocal lines too sketchy or sloppy. Yes.
Yeah. Like, I was gonna. Yeah, you got it. You got it first. All right.
But I'm a perfectionist, so I record over and over and over and over and drive myself fucking insane.
Also, perfectionist too self-critical.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Bingo. Another bingo.
Bingo. Bam.
Cannot accept
Another bingo, man.
Another comments.
It's another bingo. And we got one more. We got one
Doesn't
more
spend
too.
enough time planning on music. No. Damn. All right.
No, I'm very spontaneous to the point where it's like bad.
Same face syndrome.
Just shit looks the same. Like
Yeah,
too similar.
Yeah, too similar. I guess no, right? Because you do experiment a lot.
Yeah, I mean with rap it can be like that, but I'd say leave that blank. Yeah,
Because
I
you
do a lot of
experimenting a lot. Okay, so forgets to actually post finished stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's look at the results real quick.
Uh-oh.
So we got 3 bingos.
4 bingos, man.
4 bingos. Hey, congratulations! I don't know who wants to celebrate. I don't know if it's a good thing or maybe it's an eye opener. Maybe there's something like, you know what? All right, I gotta stop bullshitting. Like,
yeah.
Oh, hey man, hey,
cool, man. That's a cool little game, dude. That's dope.
Yeah, I found it online. And I was like, I think it'll be very interesting in seeing like these because the last artist I got had 1 bingo line.
That's it. What the fuck?
Only what? 1. They have more crosses, but they have 1 bingo line.
Ow.
They have
Ow, man.
They have less bad habits, man. You gotta work on yourself, man.
True.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Only 1 bingo?
Yeah, 1 bingo line. And I just started this last week, so this is like new. So we may get someone who may get the whole card. I don't know. We'll see.
That's fucking insane.
All right. But yeah, congratulations. 4 bingo lines. How do you feel?
Oh, thanks. How do I feel? Sounds about right. That's how I feel. It sounds about right. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna pretty much end this since we're like already an hour and a half. So I'm gonna just leave it with this last question.
Yeah.
And so, what do people need to know about you and how you think, and why you create to understand, appreciate your music?
I'm fucking crazy, and I create mostly because I need to. Like if I don't create shit, I get depressed. Like if I stop rapping or I stop making music, I'm like something's off. Like I'm depressed, and then I start again. And I'm like, hey, I'm not depressed anymore. So I'd say what drives me to create is that I need to. Like I think no matter what I do in life, even if it's not shit I don't release, I think I need to make something. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty much a good answer, honestly. You're being honest, straight to the point. And that's pretty much it. Any last words for like, what do you think about the podcast? Feedback, anything like that to end this?
This is super dope. I like it a lot. I like the little games you do. I think that'd be super cool too.
Yeah, I'll be finding more. But that's just the beginning. You know, this is still a development.
Yeah, totally.
We're in episode 5. Pagu.
So I like the long format too. You could also try doing a short format as well.
Like
maybe even splitting it up into 2 episodes, like one that's 30 minutes and then one that's an hour or something like that. Because definitely people would like put on like VODs and shit and just watch that in the background and listen in the background. Totally. So
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of places you could go with this, you know?
Yeah. Like the bad bingo parts, I'm taking them and making them into clips. Or anything that's like a funny story. Get it like in 3 minutes, hopefully. Boom, post it on Twitter or something. Instagram.
That's smart. Like taking the bingo segment out and releasing it on its own. Yeah, that's really smart.
No, well, I'll release like the full by itself, not edit, and then I'll edit, put small parts out on the same on each channel and stuff like that, like a day later or 2 later. Just keep, I guess people call it milking it.
Totally, man. Totally. A little piece of advice. I recently got an ADHD meds and not Adderall or anything habit forming, but like fucking with photography, I sat down and like spent like 5 hours on photos and didn't get bored. So
you know what?
Medication
actually,
can be good. You know?
could actually
like,
probably. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I mean, cut you off. I don't want I'm talking.
Totally. Yeah. No worries. There's a big stigma against medication and like depression meds because they can be really bad for you. Like people have had awful experiences, but I'd say can be useful to just look into the proper medication and do your research after you talk to your psychiatrist or whatnot and see if it's right for you. And if that doesn't work, move the fuck on, find something else, because that shit can be life saving. Like without my
Right.
depression meds, it gets a little off the rails. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd say that's a big thing for me. That's a big motto of mine that I don't really talk about enough. So that'd be my word of advice to you guys, I guess.
The last word of advice. And what I was gonna say was like maybe we could do a two-parter interview in future about your photography. Because this was mainly
I'd
for
be
your.
down, man.
This is mostly about your music. This episode, so we could do a two-parter maybe in the future, and talk about all about your photography pictures. Look at your photos. Your process, stuff like
I've
that.
lived a very interesting photography life, starting out in shitty warehouses filled with nitrous oxide tanks.
Teaser, teaser. Well, maybe we could set something up. Maybe later on this month or whatever. We get all that together and get some different a game for you and all that instead of that bingo because we already know about it. But
I mean, this shit started rolling, honestly. Like, so I'd say in like a couple months, hopefully I should be getting payments for once, and I'll be able to come back with that.
well, there you go, and then we could talk about that and commissions process and all that too.
Yeah,
Oh well, there you
totally.
go. So keep a lookout for part 2 for photography in this time.
This is a really cool podcast, man. The way
you.
you let the guest shine too is pretty important, and you do a good job.
That's
Man.
the
Totally great.
that's the whole point. Think of artists. Just got to be better hosts. I feel like I intro a little bit. I'm working on it. I swear I'm working on it. Because I talk a lot too. Like, I've recently found out I may have ADHD, but I don't like self. I don't what do you call? I don't like self-diagnosing kind of thing.
Yeah,
So I want to
totally.
confirm it before I actually fully say I have it. So that's pretty
Yeah.
much it, really. Keep a look out. It'll be uploaded on my YouTube channel. And this is for the YouTube. If you guys hit the like, subscribe. If you don't, then you just have another bad habit, and you have bingo yourself.
That's
and
a big B, bro.
But yeah, hope you guys check out the YouTube channel. There's a lot of other interviews of other artists. Next week we do have another interview on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time on my Twitch channel. She does specifically dragon art, so keep a lookout for that. And this video right here will be uploaded around say next Friday, since I have another interview I'm gonna upload on Wednesday. And I'll post it all that on my socials, on Twitter, Instagram. You guys will get the full list and of what's going on that week, the uploads and everything. Since we do have a schedule on those, and go from there. But yeah, there you go. So if you guys
One last thing.
follow the guest socials, go ahead.
Subscribe to motherfucking Jonnyboig G or
Please.
else. Do it.
I'm trying to make it here. I'm trying to make it here, man. No, and honestly, guys, I want to make more events for artists, like music and artists in general. Because Twitch does not do it, YouTube does not do it. I want to do something for it. We have one event that we do monthly, which is like the artist raid thing. But now we have this podcast. You guys believe in this podcast? We could grow this podcast, and hopefully we could do events in the future beyond this podcast for artists. We want to like instead of us being a back burner, let content creators steal the stuff or just use the stuff and not doing anything with us or just keep drowning us. Like Twitch specifically. Maybe we could change the game in content creating.
Totally.
And then do more with it because I have events planned up like battle royale artists. Trust me, it sounds kind of cringe, but trust me, it'll be fun.
No, it doesn't sound cringe. It sounds dope.
And also I'm a big fan of wrestling. There's like a Survivor Series type thing, one team versus one other team of artists. And like I said, I have a lot of events planned up, but we live in a world where we need clout, but good positive clout, not that trashy clout. We need good positive clout. You got to get there organically, not with the trash clout. All right. And so if you guys believe in this podcast, and want to help artists like Jinpai with a lot of bad habits.
Getting called out right now, man.
No, but also the artists, and a lot of their opinions, and yeah. So keep a lookout for those, and keep a lookout for. We're also trying to set up a debate on this podcast, an NFT podcast challenge with pros and con. One artist is a pro NFT, and artist who's against NFT. So we have one who's pro. We may have another one who's negative. So keep a lookout for that. The first ever artist debate. I think it'll be pretty funny and entertaining, and maybe even educational. So we'll see. And hopefully they'll. I don't think they'll be yelling. Hopefully there's yelling. Make that clickable. It is what it is. All right, guys. Peace out. Much love. Thank you guys again for watching the podcast. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and thank you guys again so much.